Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go again. I mean, we're back full circle. I really don't know how else to say it other than that. Chris Kindred, the employee that works at Sweet Baby Inc., the one you could basically say started Gamergate 2.0 by originally attacking Cabrutus Rambo, turning this whole thing into what it is now, even though, mainstream media is omitting that part. Here we are. They are doing the exact same thing that caused Gamergate 2.0 to happen, because now he's continuing to attack the Steam Curator list now that he's back online, and he's calling them the Nazis. We have an article here from That Park Place with a headline that reads, Sweet Baby Inc. employee Chris Kindred doubles down on call to cancel Steam Curator list and labels all the members as Nazis. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is nothing too shocking because Chris Kindred, just like all of these woke lunatics, have the same playbook that they utilize whenever they are going to attack someone and try to get them canceled. So let's get into this article, guys, from That Park Place. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. So it says, Sweet Baby Inc. employee Chris Kindred, who launched a cancel campaign against Brazilian gamer Cabrutus Rambo and his Steam Curator list, has now doubled down on calling for the list to be canceled and proceeded to label followers as Nazis. Now, why is none of this ever covered, ladies and gentlemen? You gotta start asking questions. Even people who are on the other side, you gotta start wondering, why is none of this ever covered? Why is it okay for them to call people certain names, certain words? Why is it okay for them to harass people, try to get them canceled? This is literally what started it. I know that articles like Kotaku and everyone else don't want to admit this part of the details, but this is how Gamergate 2.0 started. It started with the attack from Chris Kindred on Cabrutus and the group that he made, and then it turned into this whole big thing where eventually all the mainstream gaming industry wants to run damage control for Sweet Baby Inc. So eventually you got to kind of wonder and realize what exactly is going on, even though we know what's going on, but a lot of people are still asleep to it. It says, originally, Kindred attempted to cancel the Steam Curator list and Cabrutus Rambo back at the end of February, posting on X, the Steam Curator harassment group Sweet Baby Inc. detected is led by this person, Cabrutus Rambo. Here's them trying to be slick so they don't get reported. Even with the discriminatory language filed off, the group itself still fails the code of conduct. Well, apparently, it doesn't, because the group is still around, ladies and gentlemen. It's almost at 300,000 followers on Steam and rising every single day. So it's very clear that it didn't actually violate any terms of service. You were just trying to get someone canceled like you always do. And of course, you know his response, where Kindred added, anyway, report the F out of this group. This is the part right here that every single mainstream gaming outlet has not posted in their articles. If you go to every single one, I promise you, not a single one is going to showcase this part at all. They're going to omit it from the actual files, and they're going to tell their version of it. Then it says, finally, Kindred called for the canceling of Cabrutus Rambo's Steam account, which we already know how that ended. That didn't work. Then following this initial cancel campaign, Kindred reported on Blue Sky, Twitter, limited X the account. Kindred posted on Blue Sky, they got my ass. I'm guessing a few hundred gamers reported me. Now, no, it's more like a few tens of thousands, I would probably say. That's when he got banned off of X. So now let's go down so we can actually see what actually happened here. Then it says Kindred will lock down the X account, but has since unlocked it. It has doubled down on calling for the Steam Curator list to be shut down while labeling those following it as Nazis. Kindred posted on X, they're just writing fan fiction at this point. The groups to still be taken down, by the way. If not for the conspiracies, then definitely the Nazis. They're doing phrenology in their Kindred accused. Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, they want to make it seem as if the gamers are the ones that are revising history, but no, you people are revising history. You are the ones who are trying to run damage control for your own company. Every single mainstream gaming outlet has run an actual article that is all damage control, and we know it's damage control because it's very easy to see. All you got to do is read an article and see how it explains how this whole thing went down. If it starts off with anything other than the way that Chris Kindred attacked the Steam Curator group, then you know that it's lying and it's trying to revise history. It's a very easy way to spot these mainstream news outlets. Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Kindred, it should not be shocking that somebody like this, someone as disgusting as this, who decided to attack Akira Toriyama on the day of his death, yeah, it's not too shocking that he's going to double down. Of course he's going to double down. Now he feels empowered. Now he feels empowered because he's surrounded by the mainstream gaming industry, who's going to protect him in all his lies. Is going to protect him in all the attacks that he does. He can literally damn near kill someone, and they will absolutely protect him. I promise you that. Then if you go down, it says it's unsurprising that Kindred would double down given Sweet Baby Inc. CEO Kim Belair made it abundantly clear she backed her employees and had launched her own cancel campaign through video game journalist Brian Francis at Game Developer. In his article, Francis detailed Belair admitted she isn't entirely sure how Valve or Discord should remedy the situation. She and her colleagues at Sweet Baby Inc. aren't experts in online moderation, they're writers. Their job is to create fictional problems in video games, not solve real ones. She urged Valve and Discord to recognize that harassment campaigns are continuously evolving and that communication platforms need to keep pace with how they're being used to spread hate. So she's basically trying to say that the current terms of service isn't good enough. They want to create a terms of service that they themselves can utilize to cancel someone. That's what they want to do. They don't like the current terms of service because it allows Steam Curator groups like this to exist. They don't want transparency groups. We know this. They imagine that this company is so afraid of a Steam Curator group, and all that group is doing is informing people of what companies Sweet Baby Inc. has worked on, like what games Sweet Baby Inc. has worked on. That's literally that entire group. That's all that Curator group is doing. The Discord, that's a whole nother conversation. I don't know what's happening in there, but ultimately it really doesn't matter to the grand scheme of things. The Steam Curator group serves one purpose, and that is to inform people of what games were worked on by Sweet Baby Inc., or at least at the very minimum they were involved with. Whether or not they actually did something or not doesn't matter. It's a transparency group, and it's meant to be there so that people know that, hey, if you don't like Sweet Baby Inc. or you don't like the involvement of Sweet Baby Inc., then we don't recommend these games because here is the games that they worked on. It's a transparency group. The gaming industry does not like transparency, especially the DEI portion of the gaming industry like Sweet Baby Inc. They hate transparency. They can't stand it. Transparency is the worst thing for them because they're roaches and they don't like when the light is shined on them. The moment the light is shined on them, they want to run around and scurry off to a corner somewhere and go crazy and then blame you for shining the light on them. Belair then shared it's clear that some kind of evolution is needed because this will only get bigger, and I don't mean for us. Good, it should get bigger. She added, if this playbook can work as well now as it did 10 years ago with Gamergate, it's going to keep working in certain ways, and they will find something bigger and worse to do than this. Now, again, to be very clear, what's exactly bad about this? It's just transparency. It's just telling gamers what games that you had an influence on, whether minor or major. It's just a transparent Steam Curator group. There's nothing bad about it other than it's transparent and you can't stand it. Francis then made it clear the end goal was to remove the Steam Curator list and any places where criticism of Sweet Baby Inc. was occurring. The steps that both companies have taken to moderate these groups appear to have had some effect, but allowing them to remain online serves the organizers' overarching purpose, recruiting normies with little knowledge of game development to capitalize on their anger and channel them into directing hate speech towards Sweet Baby Inc. and anyone else pressing for inclusivity in video games and beyond. It's amazing how these people who say that they're not just DEI companies, that's not what they do. They just had to make an inclusivity statement at the end. Of course, you guys can't help yourselves. You know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly why you're upset, and you are simply running damage control, and you're having trouble sleeping at night because of it. I can't say I feel bad for you because you have openly come out and attacked people for days, almost weeks now. You have openly come out and said so many ridiculous things, racist things towards white people and towards other people who may not fit your diversity quota or your diversity narrative. You are an openly disgusting person, and you deserve everything that's coming to you. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.